Hello, this is Harry. Welcome again to a senior's perspective with a twist. I'm going to be talking about a couple of coins, a quarter and a nickel. I'm going to start off with the quarter. And this is a 1946 Washington D quarter. Now, given a little background on this particular coin, 1946D, over 9 million of these quarters were minted. According to the Red Book, they're readily available. Also, compare that to the backdrop of YouTube and some of the videos that are on there. And it's sort of like a standoff. Red Book says they're readily available. Um, some of the uh, videos on uh, YouTube are saying that this coin is uh, somewhat unavailable or a little difficulty finding it. But this, for all intents and purposes, is for MS 65 and up. Remember, over 9 million. But a lot of the silver coins that go way back, a lot of them have been melted. And the interesting thing about this particular one, um, I think it may have a double die on the reverse. The word quarter. If you look at the left lower, let me get my pointer. The left lower part of the Q, where that looks like a bubble or something, is ah right there. Now let me position it so you can see what I'm talking about. There's some doubling right there on that corner there. And then if you look at the straight part of the Q that points right here, you may be able to see there's some doubling, appears to be some doubling there, right in that nook, that corner right there at the bottom of the stick coming out of the Q on the right side down at the bottom. And then the U on the left side, right here. There's some division, separation at the top of that letter. I don't know if you can see it. Oh, that's hard trying to hold this. Then the other thing I wanted to point out is I believe it's also an RPM. And let's see if we can get that. Okay. I don't know. Wait a minute. You see that on the left side, on the left side, you can see where there's some activity going on there. Yeah, I believe this is the RPM. And then as I was pointing about the double die, if I can get that. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that. Try it this way. Down there at the bottom, you might be able to see that. At the left side, and then the U. And there's some other letters, the R. I don't know if I'm going to be able to. I'm trying. But that's the extent of that. Then we look on this other side of the coin to look at its condition. I'd give this MS65 easily. Now I see something down here, right there. But overall, this is a fine looking coin. This came out of my album. I have a quarter album, and it came out of there. I just happened to be looking through it and thought I'd show this coin. So, that's that. Now we have another coin. And this is a 1942. You know, that's the year that they started the war nickels. And this is a fine looking nickel. And let's see, let's get the numbers out on this one. 1942D, there were 13.9, over 13.9 million of these nickels minted. And today, finding them, you might find them, but the condition that they may be in. And this is, I believe, a 6-step. I thought first I had it down because I marked it 5 steps. But as I looked at this, I believe this is a 6-stepper. Now they're rare. Now you can count them. If I can hold this steady enough, that includes that bottom row. Let me see if I can get it bigger here. This might be better here. But I thought I counted the bottom row. I see some nicks on it, but I don't see any that's stopping the, and I could be wrong. Maybe it's 5 steps, but I thought I counted 6. Anyway, this also has what I believe a D mint mark that is an RPM. Now I'm definitely gonna have trouble showing that with this my hand shaky, and I don't know if you can see that on the left side. There's something going on there, and then as I look and turned it slightly to the left to try to get this other side here shown. Let's see. That right side. It's been hit more than once. Whoever put the stamp on here, because they did it by hand. I believe this is the RPM. So, with that being said, and then looking at the overall condition of the nickel, 1942D. Try to hold it by the rim, not, put my finger on the coin itself, least fingerprints. So, this is a fine looking nickel. This is definitely an MS. I'm thinking 64 to 66, and even might even be a 67. So, with that being said, the 2 coins, the nickel and the quarter, Jefferson nickel and Washington quarter, and these are 2 fine coins. Both of them came out of my albums, I should say, and that's what I wanted to talk about today. These fine-looking coins. Thank you for watching. If you have any comments, I welcome them. If you have not subscribed to my channel, I ask that you would. I say thank you and have a good day.